Hello everyone, welcome back again, and today we're going to be taking a look at the patch notes for the patch that just came out on Smite for Xbox One. We're a little delayed compared to the on a PC, as everyone knows. So this one's already out on PC, but there's a lot of interesting things in this patch. So we're going to first start off. They just changed some of the features, like they reworked the item store. I think it was pretty cool. I'm not sure how much I like it yet because I haven't really got to mess around with it too much. But I think it looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna like it. Just make sure you remember that you have to go and activate it. You have to enable the feature, as it says right here. So you can still switch back to the old store. If I understand that correctly. Yes, if you want to check out the new store, make sure you have it enabled under upcoming features. The ability screen also got a rework. They fixed some of the issues. Yeah. Haven't looked at all of these yet. I didn't look at too much of these feature ones. There's some of the controller stuff. Not like crazy big stuff. But here's one of the crazy big things. It's a new god. It's Alpwash. Alpwash, I played a little bit with on PC. He's kind of he's like a slightly better version of Anubis. He's actually seen some competitive play. He hasn't done that great yet, but I think he's pretty good. He has a lot of damage, and he has some pretty good sustain with his passive. I'm actually going to try him solo some just because he has good sustain. I mean, I don't like mages in soloing, but I figure I'll at least give him a try. It's probably not going to be great. Yeah, it never hurts to try things. The main thing though, his ultimate is gonna be annoying. His ultimate's very good. So I hope you guys are ready to buy some Sprint 2 or Ring Blade, because they're gonna be slowed a lot if you get caught in this. He also has a lot of burst damage in his kit. I mean, and he could just heal himself. He could just mana back with his Undead Search. He's got a lot of crazy stuff. He also punishes healers, which is something I really like with his 3. He's pretty good. I like Alpwash. And, well, be ready to see a lot of him because he just came out. Got some new skins here. Also be expecting to see a lot of Bastet now with the Kawaii Pop skin out. I'm sure that's going to be rare. I finally get the Shino Belanke skin. About time. I've been ready for that skin to come out. And so here, Irisman's Vulcan got a new card. Got voice packs for these skins. Some emotes. Or skins UI. Fix some general gameplay stuff. Anything interesting? Anything good? No, nothing too much. But okay. Now we're getting to the big stuff here. Items. So, they added in Soulstone. Now, Soulstone is not very good. I would not suggest buying it, really. It's there to help. It basically just gives you more damage after you hit an enemy with basic attacks. The problem is you don't get any sustain with this. You just get better clear, more damage. That's not really what you want out of your starter item. I'm just gonna say that Vampiric Shroud's much better because it does give you the sustain, but Soulstone does have its uses. It's actually not too bad on gods that have healing in their kit. But I don't know. I still think Vampiric Shroud's just a much better choice. It's much safer. If you get Soulstone, you need to at least try to get kills out of it. Or something. I don't know. I don't like it that much. I probably won't really ever build it. Hero there's probably though. I might. I don't know. We'll see. Next we got Devo Glows. Devo Glows got a nerf. It lost 5 power. You need 15 extra stacks to get it there to full strength. That might seem like it sucks, but Devo Gloves is still a very good item. You'll still see it on hunters. There's absolutely no reasons to not buy Devo Gloves on hunters. Or is there not a reason? We'll see in 1 second. Frostbound Hammer. It got buffed. It now gives you 400 health. That's a lot of health. I know that's only 100 extra, but that's still a lot of health. 400 health. That's a lot of extra health to be given. And they did that because they nerfed Heavy Hammer, which we'll talk about down here in 1 second, which I think was really needed. But on to the reason why you might not see as many Devo Gloves on hunters right now, and that's because Heartseeker, it finally got the buff, and that sucks. Because Heartseeker is a little too good now. It got reduced. It's almost 200 gold less. You'll be able to finish it really quickly. And it's got extra damage now. Heartseeker is very powerful. So you see Neath. Be careful. Because if she's good, she's going to build Heartseeker. And you're not going to be in it for a fun time. Next, Heavy Hammer got nerfed. It lost some extra health. And the main thing was it got the slow reduced. This item was way too strong early game, especially in invading. And I think that's good that they nerfed Heavy Hammer and buffed Frostbound, because Frostbound is now, for the price wise, it gives you some of the best stats along with Wingblade. It gives you a lot of really good stats for the amount, because it's not that expensive. I'm glad they nerfed Heavy Hammer because it really needed it. So next, your star didn't really get anything. Magi's Blessing got a nerf that it really needed. I know there's a lot of CC in the game, but this basically just, once you saw someone up with the bubble, you're like, ugh, why? The bubble is just, I don't know, it's too good. It was too good. I like they changed it from 45 seconds to 60 seconds now. But you're still going to see people buying Magi's Blessing because it's still very powerful. Still no reason not to buy Magi's Blessing, but I like it that it's on a long cooldown now. Reinforced Grease and Shoes got 50 extra health. Nothing big there. It wasn't ever really getting bought. Still not much of a reason to buy it. Especially with Tellurian Traveler Boots getting their buff now. Alright. So for those of y'all out there, this item is really OP now for supports and probably even junglers. So basically now, you get all the benefits that you used to out of Tellurian Travelers, but now if you hit each time you hit an enemy god for every 90 seconds, this goes for different gods too, you get 50 extra experience and 30 gold. So this is gonna make it if you're playing, especially like support, when you used to be behind all the time, this fixes that. You won't be behind so much. And, well, basically all you gotta do, I still won't say they're as good as Midas boots used to be. Well, actually these are better than Midas boots because they give you extra experience. You just gotta work for it a little bit by going around and hitting the enemy gods. It's not that big of a deal though. Although just to let everyone know, these are getting nerfed because they're way too good right now. They're gonna take away the experience. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'm pretty sure they took away the extra experience you got. You still got the extra gold. But these are still good. They will still be good then. They will still be bought. on supports and sometimes even junglers. They're very good right now. These are actually good right now. And that's gonna. So if you're a support main player, do not buy reinforced greaves anymore. Do not buy cooldown reduction boots or warrior tabby. Just buy Teleria or traveler shoes. They're very powerful now. So we're gonna look at the gods now. On her just had nothing really major fixed. Now Apollo got his buff. We've already seen Apollo played some on Xbox and the solo lane. Oh, this is what is going to make him really good in the solo lane now, because he had his power increased. That's really all there is to say about that. He's got more damage now. We're just going to make him better in solo lane. Alcong also got his buff. It's going to make his ultimate slightly worse at high levels, but it's going to make it much better at early levels. His the kill threshold on his ultimate now is just straight up 30% for all levels. And it now also restores a percentage of his health. And they also increased the range of it. Alcong is actually pretty good right now. I still don't think he's competitively good, but as far as casuals and public games go, he's pretty pub stompy. I'm just gonna say he can burst people down very quickly. But I forgot to mention this. My favorite thing about this patch for Alcong, he can now use Dragon Call, his 3, while he's invisible, and it doesn't take him out of stealth. That's really good. It was about time they did that. There, we got Arachne now. Like Thor, they added the timer on Arachne's ultimate to see when she's gonna go back down on the ground. It's nothing huge, but it's needed. Nothing really big on Athena. So you can now ulti someone when Tyr does this knock up. I don't know why that wasn't a thing before, but you know. Blona really didn't get anything. I want ground targeter. Chuck, nothing really. Huh. That's interesting. I never thought about Lotus Crown working on Chronosis 1 passive. That's interesting. I still won't get Lotus Crown on Cronus, but I never knew that worked like that. That's interesting. Now this is a very important one for Cupid. It fixed the hearts bouncing into towers. Because once the hearts bounce into towers, you couldn't pick them up. And that really sucked. But that's a very good fix right there. They also add the timer for Freya's ultimate when she's going to come back down, which is also very good. I'm glad they're adding that stuff. They also added the one for Guan Yu, which is also good. Added the one for Hades. So I like them adding these timers. That just makes it so much better. Instead of like, well, I hope I have enough. I hope I have enough time to catch up with this person in Freya's ult and shoot him one more time. Nothing too big here. That's funny. Fix portals and jousting players off the map. That's funny. I haven't seen that one yet. Alright, Kumba got a big buff right here. His Jean now, if they wake early, they get a 50% at max level. They get a 50% attack slow. They get attack slow now if they get woken early, which it's not super useful in all situations, but it can be pretty useful in some situations. It's actually a really good change. It's a very small one, but I think it's really needed. And also, his epic uppercut, his ultimate got a buff too. They I'm not sure. I can't remember if I got buffed or they just changed like how the damage was split. I don't remember. But I like it better now when most of the damage is done on upon landing. That's gonna make it better. Kumba Karna's actually he's still not like top tier support like Sylvanas and Athena and Geb and stuff, but he's actually pretty good now. He's pretty playable. I would actually probably even put him above Bacchus now. I probably even like him better than Ymir support. Although I don't like Ymir support right now just because I think he's so much better in the jungle solo lane. But yes, Kumbo's very good. He has a lot of setup. That's very good. Your team will never complain about having a lot of setup. Now the big one, that's Medusa. She got nerfed. It's about time. She did way too much damage. Mainly because of Viper Shot. It hurt way too much. As you can see, it got nerfed. Reach shot doing the 42 to down to 30. She lost her extra attack speed. She lost the physical scaling from it. The mana cost got increased. It's about time. She needed it. Also, last rate got reduced damage from all the levels until she gets it maxed out. It's still 240 at max rank. Now, this was a big nerf for Medusa because she really needed it. She's still pretty good though. Her ultimate is still always going to be really good. I don't see a time when her ultimate's not going to be good. She's still pretty good. So still play Medusa. She's not bad. No, she's just fair. She's actually fair now. She's not OP. Although she was not as OP as Bologna used to be. Mercury. Nothing really big. Now Neith got her spirit arrow damage increased. And this is also the patch with the Heartseeker. Now Neith is basically one of the best gods in the game. So there you go. Solo to maybe the best god in the game right now. Well, okay, she might not be the best god in the game, but she's very she's loved by in the competitive scene right now because when you pick her, the enemy team doesn't know what you're gonna do with her because she could be the hunter, she can go in mid lane, or she can go in solo lane. She can go in 3 lanes, and she does really well because she has a lot of damage on Spirit Arrow. She's just going to get Heartseeker. Spirit Arrows are going to hit super hard then. And, I mean, she gets 90% scaling now on Spirit Arrow. That, along with Heartseeker, she has healing in her kit with her too. So the problem of not having, lifesteal early, it's not that big of a deal for Neith. She's very safe. She's very good. Neith is very powerful now. They increase Osiris' attack speed. That's really about it. Nothing else big. It was funny though, because apparently they showed for recommended. They had 2 boots. I'm not sure they had it in the Xbox version. I never really looked at the recommended. I know it was in the PC though, so that was funny. It makes sense though to buy 2 boots. You gotta have one for each foot though, right? It only makes sense. I don't know. Maybe Osiris forgot to buy a boot for each foot. They actually put it. I was really confused about this first. I was like, it doesn't have Astral Barrage's ability. Yeah, there's supposed to be Rom's picture there, not Raw's, but whatever. I think I could see Rom a little bit over here in the corner. I think that's Rom over there. But yeah, they added the timer for his ultimate, which is good. They also added the timer for Scylla's ultimate, which is also good. And I never really saw it expire much on its own, but it's still nice to have there. And this is this buff that we get for Sun Wukong. It's about time. I love Sun Wukong. He's just always been a little but I like it now. I like it. It's good. It's not a crazy amount of change in damage. Just gonna make his clear better, which is always good. Increase his damage just by 10. But hey, there's nothing wrong with it. It also made his Tiger Stun much better early. I mean, it was a 0.6 at level 1, now it's a 1 second. That's good. And they also added the timer on his ultimate. Speaking of timers, they added one on Thanatos now too, which is good. And then they added one for Ymir. The rest of these don't really matter. And that's about it for this patch. A lot of good things in this patch. We got Owl Posh. So be ready to see him a lot. Be ready to deal with them. Just make sure you have something to deal with slows. You'll be good to go. I'm gonna try to do a video on Owl Posh. I'm gonna try to play him a decent bit today. Try to get used to him. From what I've heard though, he wants to get max cooldown. He wants to get Gem Isolation. That's about it really from what I've heard. I also heard he has mana problems early, which you'll have to make sure that you use your corpses to get your mana and health back. I hope some. I don't know. I gotta mess around with them. See what works. See what happens. He's gonna be fun though. I like him. But yeah, that's gonna do it here. I hope you all enjoyed this patch video. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comment section. And thank you guys for watching and have fun.